This is a case study of a manufacturer of oil and gas processing equipment faced with economic uncertainty, slow-growing revenues, and declining profit margins who wanted to reduce their cost and pass savings on to the customer, while preserving profit margins and maintaining a return for their shareholders. Traditionally, procurement had simply been reactive, responding to requisitions or other unexpected business requirements as they came up. No formal strategy existed, and lowest cost was the only decision criteria for an award. The company decided to look at the big picture, the total cost of ownership. Strategic sourcing was identified as a solution to the problem. Strategic sourcing is a well-planned, ongoing process of proactive actions, where procurement takes a leading role in satisfying business needs and adding value through the implementation of category management. Step 1 was to properly structure the initiative. This involved establishing a steering committee comprised of decision-makers, opinion leaders, and influencers. The steering committee role would be to discuss strategies, policies, approaches, and assist decision-making and help influence others in the company. Category management teams were then formed. Participation was mandatory, with a representative from each department on the team. A governance structure was put in place so everyone knew where the category management team sat within the organization, team's terms of reference, scope of responsibility, and objectives. In Step 2, the focus was on gathering data, analyzing it, and mapping supply chains. This is a very resource-consuming phase, which included establishing customer and business requirements, spend analysis, future spend analysis, market analysis. It also included supply chain mapping, looking at identifying profit and gross margins, understanding interdependencies, mapping the required products and services. A number of analytical tools were used in this stage, including Porter's 5 forces, PEST, and SWOT analysis. Once the analysis and mapping had been completed, the next step was to consolidate the data to generate options. Generating options was an iterative process where team members examined, discussed, and criticized options. Having brainstormed a list of potential options, the team then performed risk management analysis. The options that were most favorable were prioritized on the basis of the benefit and savings they would deliver, and presented in the form of a business case to the sourcing board. Once the business case had been agreed, the options were turned into a plan. The plan set out how the team would meet their goals. To manage the process, an online category management tool provided project management and cross-functional team working. This drove both the sourcing and supplier management activities from one easily accessible tool showing up-to-date progress status. KPIs tracked the savings being delivered, giving transparency of performance. The tool provided an environment for internal collaboration, sharing of knowledge, and the leveraging of vital pockets of information across teams. The sourcing process used a cloud-based e-sourcing tool, replacing the use of inefficient email and Excel methods. The e-sourcing tool published requests for information, requests for quotations, performed e-tendering, communicated with suppliers, compared bids, and did everything up to the recommendation of award. It proved to be very fast and a cost-effective solution. What were the benefits delivered? First, a 20% reduction in material costs translated into a 5% increase in profit, providing the company with a competitive advantage. Second, by managing spend by category, every supplier was evaluated for quality risk, financial risk, availability risk, and level of cooperation. Risks were identified and plans put in place to mitigate the risk. This resulted in a 25% improvement in supplier quality and a 20% reduction in the size of the supply base. If you're interested in applying strategic sourcing methods to your company's sourcing process, check out our video series, SME Sourcing Strategy in the 21st Century. Strategic sourcing can't be accomplished overnight, and this series can give you the foundation you need to begin the process.